So I want to talk about you being creative. Watch this. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. Everybody knows this. In the beginning, in a galaxy far, far away. Come on, that's Star Wars. In the beginning, God created. Say created. Created the heavens and the earth. And we know the sequence of events, how he creates for 6 days. And after each one, he says, it is good, right? Amen. And then, of course, we understand how he made man and like in his image and likeness. And then the first time that he was able to say it's not good that man is alone. And all the men said, that's a pathetic amen from the men. All the men said, amen. And God pulled out a rib from Adam. What did he do? Made him go to sleep, pulled out a rib, fashioned out of the rib a woman. Come on. Fashioned out of man. And the two of them, really one, were made in the image and likeness of God. God is creator. With a gift of creativity, God gave to us the power to invent. Amen. And when you look at all that, land, sea, air, underground, outer space, there's nothing that mankind has not touched. If it's a mountain and they say it's too high, we'll just build a helicopter. If it's too deep, we'll just build tunnels. If it's underwater, we'll build submarines. If anything, just any challenge mankind faces, he puts his creativity into it, and the next thing you know, we're able to overcome it. Say, the moon? You can go to the moon. Well, not us, but man has gone to the moon. Isn't that amazing? 30 years ago, they went to the moon. We still haven't built roads without holes. We are the only city I know of that has a flyover with potholes in it. Have you ever been to our flyover? There's a hole. We are the only country that has a flyover that actually doesn't curve. You go up and you actually feel it go level. And then you go down again. True? But we're also the city that has the most expensive lampposts in the world that don't light. There will be one soon. And so when we look at this, look around you. Do you notice of all God's creation, only we are creative? Birds are not creative. Take a butterfly's wing and say, wow, that is beautiful. But that was God's creative work, not the butterflies. The butterfly, while it was a cocoon, wasn't deciding on the design of his wing. As he was crawling around in life, he wasn't thinking, I think I like fuchsia. Animals aren't creative. God created everything. But have you noticed the only creature that he made that is creative is mankind? Birds aren't creative. They build not by creativity. They are not creative. They are instinctive. True? And who knows how a bird learned how to make a bird's nest? Was all that chirping mommy's instructions how to make a bird's nest? No, they just instinctively make it. And it's the same nest generation after generation. They don't use it again. Have you noticed there are no bird squatters who uses somebody else's nest afterwards? You notice there are no nests for rent? But every bird has to build its own. Have you noticed per species, every design is the same? There's never a meeting that says, let's make a condominium of nests and rent it out to pregnant birds. Doesn't work. And if you go by Ayala on the vacant lots, you notice those mounds? Do you notice anything? There are soil mounds that are actually termite houses. The design doesn't change. Nobody's ever said, "Pool naman ning mound, himotag pyramid." No, they've never. They've always made instinctively the same thing. You get it? Well, we can't go underwater too long, so we bring aqualungs. We bring tanks with us so that we can breathe underwater. Fish never decided to make bubbles of water for them to come on dry land. They never thought of that. So when you look around how beautiful nature is, nature's not creative. God is creative through nature, but animals themselves do not create. Horses don't have pedicure, nor nail polish their hooves. They don't. We're creative. Women are creative. They have shops where women can go in and just express their creativity and come out different. And the husband has to notice, or else the effort of being creative will end up in being destructive. The scariest question a husband is asked: do you notice anything new? That is a bummer for dinner right there. If you don't get the answer right, the dinner's gone. It's a quiet, silent dinner while you listen to each other chew your food. The hair? No. The earrings? Men don't ever notice earrings unless they're bigger than this. Dad, it's the curtains. Trick question. It happens. So as we look at all of that, just drive through Cebu and say how creative mankind is. Wow. I mean, look at that. I don't like it. But it's creative. If we ever